Happy Sunday, everyone. We're supposed to get some rain later on this afternoon, but I decided before the rain came, I'd take a little adventure. Hi, Madeline. I decided to take a little mountain drive up to a winery. Their base is Muscadine Wines. They also have some animals out here, y'all. They have alpacas. I've actually never seen any before. Hello. I want to show y'all. Have you ever seen an alpaca before? I'm going to turn my camera around so you can experience a little bit of adventure. So the winery is on the inside. This is a very rustic winery. It's called Cavender. It's a family-owned, initially owned by a husband and wife team. Let me turn the camera around so you can see the alpacas. Look, y'all, it's an alpaca experiencing new things. I'm trying to see if he'll hold his head up. Oh, well, those donkeys back there. I gotta walk over there. I don't know what to say to it to get its attention, but he looks like he's eating pretty good, so I don't want to bother with him. I don't know if I could zoom in. There we go. Is that better view? Can you see him pretty good? Okay, that's one of the alpacas. There's some more over here. And that looks like it's a... Is that a donkey or beside it, the other ones? I don't know if you can see. What? It looks like it's in a horse family. Is a donkey or a pony or what is that? Back there, two of them. I can't tell. Sorry, I'm messing up. I'm trying to see too. Let me see. Hello, what is that? Tell me, Madeline, is that the ones that's back there by the alpaca? Can you see it? It looks like it might be a donkey. Am I correct? Can you see it?
That's good. That's good. Come on, bring it aboard.
So I'm at a winery, y'all, in North Georgia. I think this area is Dahlonega. It has quite a few different wineries with grapes. It's a donkey. Grapes that are local. Local to the area there. I can see it better now. And muscadines. I like sweet wines. And so I found this winery because they grow muscadines. And they have reds and white wines. She laughing because I didn't know what a donkey was. He laughing. Yeah, I have it. I'm a country girl, but I surely don't have no donkeys where we grew up at. At least none that I saw. So this winery has white, and it also has red wines. Hello. Hi, Dr. Jumonke. So I love the fact that it's a rustic winery. It has a space outside for the kids to play. They have cottages out here. They're rustic, mind you. Cabins, I should say. Look at him. Finally let his head up so we can see him good. And they have tasting, so you can go inside and tasting 5 different tastings of different muscadines. They got peach. They got, I saw a, so you have white and red options with the muscadine wines. So it's pretty cool. Today they're having a live band playing outside. It's a nice little space to sit and relax. So when I get ready to go inside, I'm gonna put my mask on, and then I'll be able to see the inside. But I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit before and let you share in this experience with me. So those are that's their vineyard. But obviously the cold weather has taken those out for now. The story behind this winery is quite interesting. So it started in 2006 by a husband and wife team who are teachers by trade. Hey, I want to make sure everybody can see and hear me. Can you hear me okay? Wave your hand if you can hear me. Hands in the air. Like you just don't care. Okay, awesome. So, this winery started by a husband and wife team who by profession were teachers, but they loved making their own wine. So in 2006, they turned it into a business. And so I thought, wow, that's really cool. So it's a family business up until 2015. And then they sold it to a lady who has been and currently runs the place. So the base is Muscadine wines, and they have cabins for rent. You can taste, you can eat, and you can bring your kids. You can pet the alpacas. Well, you can't pet them, I guess, but you can view them, as you see. And they have indoor and outdoor options for seating. But what I thought was really interesting is, the teacher concept. We talk about having multiple things to do. People have different gifts, and the gift that they were obviously good at was bigger than the teacher educator role that they wore in terms of hats from the 8 to 5 or 8 to 6 realm. They at home around their regular routines, they loved making wine. So they not only did they love it, but they were good at it. So that's one thing I talk about. So it's nice you can have a gift, but something that you love doing, but you also need to be good at it. So if they were making wine and it was not tasty, and they couldn't figure out a way to make it tasty, this business would not still be standing, obviously. So 2006 is when it started. It was good enough that they could sell it to yet another business owner in 2015. And in 2021, this business is still in existence because of their love and passion, their willingness to step outside of what they went to college for, which to become teachers, and to do something new. And so that's what I still encourage us, especially as women, because the person that bought this is a female owner from 2015, and she hired her team to be in different departments of management. She still wanted to keep a real family feel, the organic feel for it, and to carry on the tradition of what the original owners had put in place. So it's very rustic, but it's Sunday, and then it's really populated from what I can tell coming in. I haven't been on the inside of the actual winery yet, but there were quite a few people on the inside. So I am looking forward to see the service and to taste the wines. I did look at the reviews. They had 4-star reviews, and I think it was over 300 and something reviews listed on Google. So, which is another important thing. I always look for things that I like. This is a sweet wine. They have reds and they have whites, and I can taste several different ones before I make my final selection of what's going to actually go home with me. So this is part of my self-care day. I am out relaxing. The weather is nice. I am taking the advantage of a new experience. I've never been here before, and also being able to contribute to a small business owner like myself. And so supporting businesses with good causes, especially those who are small, I think is really important, and it's something that I enjoy at the same time. So I think that we have to be willing to take chances and to step outside of our comfort zone in order for us to have those unique and lasting, memorable experiences that we yearn for. I'm gonna put this here so I can move my hands and talk a little bit better. There we go. So, got my mask. I'm ready for them. So I brought my bag. I have my iPad here. I got my notebook here. So this is like a working experience. So for you guys who may own businesses or who don't own businesses, just because I brought this out here, and I am going to actually add some of this mileage that I came up here with, and the fact that I'm going to do some work related to my businesses, which two are in the works. I can write this trip up towards some of it off towards my taxes. So business ownership is something that we can take a lot of advantages of. Even like my home office, there's so many things that we can capitalize on by owning our businesses, by working from home. I feel like I'm dark over here. I'm trying to see what's the best position. Let's try it right here. We just gotta know the right things to do. So what are you guys doing with your Sunday? It is beautiful. I wish I could take y'all in, but my mask, I don't want to try to talk with this thing on my face. So I thought I'd sit out here for a little bit. And when I try to walk and talk, man, it's kind of hard, especially trying to stay cute. So I said, well, let me sit down and talk a little bit. Let's see, before I move around a little bit. So for y'all that just came in, I'll give you the animal tour in just a little bit, but do you have any hot topics or anything that you're interested in knowing a little bit more about before I shed a little bit of light on something that I think would be interesting to talk about? I go back to that that scripture in Habakkuk 2:2-3. Write your vision down and make it clear at the first glance. Wait on God to deliver, and when it is time, He will honor His promises to us. And so I am very conscientious of writing things down and trying my best to not only write them down, but to execute and put things into place to make it happen. So I think my book is just about gone. I got about 10 pages left, so I got to get some more really soon so I can add to my things. So as I do more, I just add to it. This thing right here, I mean, if I write I could probably do, this is a gold mine here, y'all. I'm telling you, some good stuff. All right, so what I think I'll talk about today is, we were talking the other day on Friday, I did a live, and I was having a discussion with the group about why women were afraid to branch out into business. And one of the things was security, obviously, and insurance. Security that you get from being on your regular job, and then the insurance and benefits that you get on your job. So for me, being single and without children, I decided that I could make independent plans easy for me, work for me, I should say. So in 2013, Donald Trump was not in office. And so we had actually some pretty decent options for insurance at that time. So at that time, I could actually purchase a individual plan, which was it was somewhere near $500 and something. The next couple of years or so, by the time office and reigns changed, by the time the president that was in office became in office, the options for independent providers became a lot harder. Independent people without a group to get a a plan that wasn't ridiculous. So eventually Blue Cross Blue Shield wasn't even offering us a plan. So the only thing we had left in Georgia was Kaiser or either a HMO. Oh gosh, I can't think of the name of it. So we had two insurance company options: Kaiser, or it's an affiliate of Peach State, but I can't call the name of it right now. So I opted into Kaiser and stayed there for $560 a month for a middle of the road plan. But Kaiser still to me was managed care because you could only go to them, and I felt like, our options really did get limited. But if you employ 2 full-time employees through ADP, they can get you a small group policy. It's just way more expensive to get group policies for smaller groups, but there are options available. Or even you can pay your employees, give them money, extra money in their payroll to help them, try to supplement and find other ways to get their own insurance. So I think that could be a deterrent for a business owner for themselves, but also if they want to offer that service to their employees, it could be somewhat of a deterrent, but doesn't mean you can't make it work. So I'm a veteran, and what I did last year is I decided that I was not going to even carry Kaiser because I felt like what I was getting was just not worth what I was investing in it. And so I use the VA facilities, which we do have like medical plans that we can go to get care through their affiliates, Wellstar, and some other companies around the area, insured through Optum. So, and that's for no fee at all for me. So that's perfect right now. So there are options. Just kind of have to look around and figure out what is going to be the best thing for you. I was honestly really surprised at the quality, the execution, the carry out, the follow through that I've had since I've been using the VA system the last several months. I've had headaches, migraine headaches. They've done serial MRIs. I've been seen by neurosurgery. They follow up. Their video conference appointments are absolutely amazing. They've discovered things blood work wise that my PCPs all these years, they wouldn't even do anything about it, in terms of the cholesterol issues and my vitamin D, which was like in the floor low. So I've been really, really more impressed with a government system than I was with a private pay insurance, and that shocked the heck out of me. I'm like, that is really awful that you spend. I was spending $560 something a year, and I may have seen the doctor for a pap smear, got my mammogram done, and whatever that little stuff is that they call themselves doing with the annual physical, where they just ask you what's wrong with you and take your blood pressure. That's all I was getting, really. And so I say be creative, think out the box. If you're thinking about going in that direction, see if you can maybe do something like a health spending account, put money away. So if you do need to go to the doctor, especially if you're young and you're healthy and you don't have medical problems, you may want to take maybe 6 months and figure out a way that you can, exercise some other options for your healthcare needs, if that is, a deterrent from you making a decision to step out on your own. So investments, private investments. So that's another thing that I take seriously. I think investing is something that's really, really important, and we do not have to miss out on those opportunities. No way, no how. So I have several different things, but one that I'll talk about today is something that I started as a result of one of my friends who is she is an accountant who's worked on Wall Street for years. She's a genius when it comes down to money management. She has already purchased her own condo outright. She owns 2 other investment properties, and she is so well off that she was able to, after she had her little girl, she was able to stop working and stay at home for the first 5 years of her life. Baby girl just turned 3, maybe 4 or 5 months ago. So she's been home with her for that long. So she, at the beginning of the pandemic, she sent me this text and she was like, hey, you need to invest in some stock. This is the time. And I was like, okay, this is my girl. She know numbers, she know money. I need to be listening to what she got to say. So she texted me a few things, and then we got on the phone, we talked, and you know what I did? I got my pen and I got my piece of paper, and I started writing down every single thing that she said. And so there is a way that you can do personal investments outside of using financial institutions or brokers to do it. And it's much less expensive that way. So she recommended I do a little bit of research about what I was interested in terms of stocks and bonds, mutual funds, what they're called, exchange trade funds, ETFs, I think is what it is, to do a little bit of research on those specific things. And then when I was ready to go to Vanguard, VANGUARD.com, and I'm going to type this in now as we speak. So Vanguard is a personal option for investing in stocks and bonds. And they also allow you to be able to, so I just put it in the chat window, I'm going to pin it. They allow you to be able to, if you want to invest in mutual funds, which is like, I wanted to do like a retirement fund, and they'll allow you to be able to invest. If you do a mutual fund, it's going to be more cost. Like, I think the one I chose to start out with was like $1,000 mutual fund, retirement fund. And then you can, whenever you want to put money into it, you can just pull from your bank account and put directly into your fund. Do it. I have a set amount of money that goes into mine during a specified period, right? So you have that option. So the one that I chose allows me, as I age, it adjusts based on risk. So it's a combination of stocks and bonds. At my age right now, it's giving me a pretty high percentage of investment recommendations in stocks with a lower percentage in the bonds. So I tried to go with what the recommendation was for my age and what I was hoping to achieve in terms of retirement. So also that's in there. So I did want to do like some other things, like you can actually buy just individual stocks, like Tesla stocks. I meant to mention that to you guys a little while ago. Their stocks have been hot. Tesla, of course, the 500 S&P is where you that's where you want to be, right, when you're investing. And so you're looking at mid-cap companies or large cap companies is where the hot topic is, right? And so Warren Buffett just recommends that you get in there, get you some 500 S&P companies with some Vanguard is what he also recommends. So my girlfriend said it, and I came right back and read up on it, and here he is saying the same things that she said. I said, see, there you go. That's why your circle need to be people you can learn from, you can grow from, and who can help elevate you along the way. So, yes, Madeline, you've heard of Vanguard? I love it. I'm telling you. So she told me this in March of last year. So I have been pretty religious about adding in. The other side of it is, if you wanted to just buy, if you don't have to invest $1,000, if you just wanted to buy one stock, you can buy one share, one. I mean, and some shares are as cheap as like $20 something. So you don't have to have like a glob of money to get started. That's the cool thing. So if you got $50 per pay period or $50 per month, and you want to do something that will actually help you towards your future, and you'll be surprised again how much stuff adds up over time. Don't mess with it. Just, leave it there, and when you're ready to do something with it, you have it stored away. So you can buy stocks or you can buy bonds individually, right? So I bought Tesla stocks. I bought obviously into Amazon. I bought those as they call it. I like to use technical names, but this is not my area of expertise, so I have to look at some notes. But you can buy them. They're kind of packaged almost together. And so like companies like Amazon, Apple, I hope, those are companies based in the United States. And they're clumped together. So you can buy stock. You're not necessarily buying stock just in Amazon or just in Apple, but it allows you to have access to the growth of all of those that are bundled in that group. So that's what I did. I purchased in areas like those because e-commerce is so big, especially now. Y'all know how much Amazon man is worth. So Tesla is another one that I bought that as an individual and invested in that some. So there are some really good, reasonable options available that, sharing that information and seeing like, okay, she said after we did it, right? She was like, she texted me, she's like, I hope you did it because I know you should be able to see some return. I said, girl, yes. So it's exciting to see your money working for you. So this literally is a way for you to be creating passive income to some degree. So you put it in and it's generating more money for you by you just putting it there, adding some to it as you can and leaving it there. That's one way to make passive income. My book that will be coming here, available here this summer. That's one of my ways of making passive income. That's one of them. I have some other ones coming on board, but that's the one that's going to be the most, next to what's going on right now. So I'll talk to you guys about when you think about what we do every day in terms of our normal thing that makes us money. Yeah, that's great, but we're all aging, and if that thing that you're doing is not the thing that you think you can do until you're 65, 70, which is really probably the reality of it in terms of your work life, and coupled with if it's actually going to give you the financial stability and security that you want, the freedom that you want, then you may want to consider doing something else in order to be able to make sure you have the comforts that you desire in your life. And so I think this pandemic has really made me stop and think. I was feeling even before. So 3 years ago, I went to a conference offered by Damon John's group. I don't know if you guys know him by name, but he is the Shark Tank guy, the guy who started FUBU, For You, By You. For Us, by Us, I think is what it stood for. He started, let me go back to his story, which is quite interesting. So he started his entrepreneurship literally when he was a kid in high school. And how did he do that? He started by ripping up old jackets and putting buttons and doing kinds of creative things to clothing, hats, jackets, sweatshirts, and making a little bit of a hustle for himself. And So he took that eventually and made himself into the guru, the money person, the Shark Tank, the serial entrepreneur that he is today. But it wasn't because, it was because he took a chance, because he used his natural gifts. He grew those gifts, right? Because a lot of times that's what we end up doing, is we get stuck and we get stagnant, and then we don't use all the gifts that God have given us. So I encourage you, don't be the person that digs the hole and put the gift in there and leave it, because guess what? God will take them away from us. So I encourage you all, if you have that gift, you know it's something inside of you that you really enjoy doing, that you could really grow it. You could make it into something bigger than what it is. And you can also monetize it while doing something that you enjoy doing. So take the time to figure out what that is. And I feel like, honestly, we all have something. So when I went to the backtrack to Damon John's conference, it was a 3-day conference, and it was centered around multiple streams of income. I'm always trying to learn more information, and how I learn it is is by paying for it. It was like $3,500 course, and I could bring a friend along so they didn't have to pay. So I brought a colleague along, and we were able to go out and take advantage of what they had to offer. So it opened my eyes to a lot of things, especially made me start thinking even more about other ways to make money. But I still couldn't quite get it all together. They had coaching packages that you could purchase for them to take you to the next level, right? But theirs started out about $40,000 right out. So if you wanted his team to teach you how to become whatever it is you wanted to become, you had to pay $40,000. I was like, okay. Even though they gave away some great content, it was a very good seminar. I am so glad I went. I learned a lot, and I'm applying a lot of it. It was like, okay, I'm not ready for $40,000, not knowing what's on the other side of this. And so could there be a different way to make this leap to the next level? So moving forward to 2020, I met Dr. Yabo, who is my business coach. Not by accident, I don't believe at all. So I had gotten a email from a company called Flow, which is a huge company that specializes in women's health. It's a women's health app. And so they were trying to get me to do some work for them in the area of exercise for postpartum women that had back pain. So I started researching the company to find out if they were legitimate or not. And I came across Dr. Yabo's name on the board information. So from there, I ended up following her on Instagram. And long story short, our paths connected, and it's been the best thing ever. Flo and I never did any connecting, but obviously that wasn't what was supposed to happen. But it was definitely, I feel like, divine intervention that I was led to her. She became my business coach, and she has helped me to now pull out what I needed to get to the next level of scaling my business and adding on my option for one-on-one coaching, business coaching, to help people that want to start a business. They have a gift, they have a love, they just don't know what to do with it, how to make it, monetize it, and how to make it work. So I've been in business for myself now, independently, without any assistance of another job, for almost 7 years. But I have worked for myself and for other businesses really somewhere near about 12 years. So I've dipped and dabbed in entrepreneurship for about 12 years. I know the ins and outs of how to start a business, but also how to make it successful and sustainable. So my coaching packet will help people figure it out and do the same thing. It will encompass an online portion where it will have videos that I will make and provide you access to. It's also going to have PDF with step-by-step instructions on things that you need to do to be able to get started. And let me make sure nothing crawling on me. We are outside. I don't like bugs. I'm a country girl, but I don't like bugs. Let me see. Y'all see a bug, let me know now. Scream. Am I bug free? Commercial break. Okay. I think I'm good. All right. So back to what I was saying. So the online video PDFs, how to start the business, right? That's one part of it. Then there is the one-on-one coaching where I will sit with you or potential business, aspiring business owners, and assist with helping you through the process of starting a business. You said no bugs, right? I can't do bugs, girl. Y'all was seeing me act a fool out here for real. But anyway, so adding another element. So another business entity. I talked about, serial entrepreneurship. So we have the book. Now I have the coaching business that's launching and the online training courses of how to start your business. And I'm going to be restructuring businesses for those who are in existence that just need some help refining it and making it work better for them. So I want you to think about your talents. Tell me something that you like, that you've always really wanted to do or thought about doing, but just haven't did it yet. What's your thing that you wish you could do and make money from? Or what's the thing that's keeping you from doing that thing if you don't want to share it? Anybody? I'm trying to sit this thing down. Well, okay, I think that works better. For me, I guess I've always kind of been that person to try different things. If I get bored, I get stimulated when I learn something new. So I'm always trying to figure out a way to expand my knowledge in a certain area and, become stronger and wiser and hopefully offer something that can change other people's view of life and their quality of life. So that's what I'm hoping will happen with the business courses, because when I started with Dr. Yabo, it was really interesting because the pandemic had hit. Didn't really know what was going to happen with my current business because a lot of PTs had lost their jobs, or either they had been scaled down to be working more part-time or hourly instead of having the normal salary that they were accustomed to. But I was so fortunate that, God led me to other partnerships and other options, and I was able to restructure, create a different model to fit into the scenario that was at hand with COVID-19. And I mean, I took maybe 3 to 4 weeks away from any, probably 2.5, 3 weeks away from any patient care. And that was to learn the regulations, the rules, what the insurance companies were allowing us to do, what changes was happening within our state and our practice acts. So once I did my homework and I knew what we could do, then I figured out how to make it work in a way that kept me safe, as well as to protect the patients and make sure they still had a quality product. And so I'm very thankful that God gives me creativity, space to be creative in a way that still allows my business to be sustainable. And that's what I say. You have to meet the times that you are currently living in. And so what worked for us 5 years ago, what worked for us a year ago does not necessarily mean will be working for us today or even in another 6 months. So what security you have now, I mean, it's secure now, but doesn't mean it's going to always be that secure. Anything could happen. And so the more options you have, the better your chances are to be able to sustain yourself and your family if something does happen. And that's, for me, especially being a single person, that is really important. So looking at options, being comfortable, doing things that I enjoy doing, and preparing myself to have a great future. I mean, I want to travel. When this COVID stuff is over, you better believe I'm getting up out of this country. I'm going somewhere that don't have a whole bunch of COVID going on. And I'm going to take my mama with me. I told her, just be ready. We're going to have the wheels up. We're going somewhere. And Australia, I want to go to Italy. There are several other countries that I've never been to before that are going to be on my list. So get my coins ready. But working for yourself, putting away your money, and investing can afford you some of those opportunities. Make your own fragrance. Ooh, I like that. I like it. And that could be an easy way to, once you get your products together and figure out how you're going to distribute it, making it, and then how you're going to distribute it. You could have a little boutique. You could sell online. There are a lot of different things that you could do. So this is what I want you to think about. Girls love good smelling stuff. I do. Absolutely do. It's a great idea. It's something that I know for a fact, if you can get your packaging together, you can get something that you can make reproducible consistently to be able to get it to your clients, figure out what your target market is, that you could make something that can get you income on a regular basis outside of what you do every day. Wouldn't that be nice? Doing something you love to do and making some money out of it? So this is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to offer a group introductory launch package. There go a bug, y'all. Okay. And what that's going to offer is, it's going to be $249. You're going to get me. You're going to get the keys to how to start the business. You're going to get the videography. And you'll get some Q&A stuff. So in probably another week or two, I will officially give you the date of my launch for the actual training. And I would love for you to be one of my first, to be a part of that group. So I'm hoping that we can do a small group of several people who are ready to get started. And I can teach you how to get it all started. And we can get going from there. Don't wait. So all you got to do is DM me your email address so I can start getting a list together. And then we can start planning. So my second business entity should be officially established with the website and everything in place, and the training stuff launched together within the next couple of weeks. So I'm hoping that by no later than mid-February, we'll be ready to go. But I will officially announce it and keep you posted, okay? I'm excited! This is good stuff. So, any burning questions? You guys want to go see some more alpacas? Now I gotta get me some wine now so I can taste it up. I'm so excited. So for anyone else who may be not live with me but will listen to this after the replay, I am Dr. Bristol, a private practice owner, physical therapist, a business coach, author, and I am launching a business here that will allow you the opportunities to be coached by me and also assist you with starting starting a new business as well as restructuring an existing business. Hi, Raina. You got the babies. I got to show you the alpacas. Let me turn it around.
Avery, do you want to get in?
So, we're out to Cavender Winery in North Georgia. It's like 47 minutes away from where I live. Their wine is a muscadine base. Let me see. All right, so I'm outside.
Wait, I didn't see that.
And they have alpacas. You see them out there grazing. And somebody told me, I figured out, I thought it was a donkey. What did I tell y'all it was? They got some donkeys out here somewhere. I'm a country girl, but not a farm girl. You see, it's the donkeys. They cute. They hide. They may have went somewhere else. Where are the donkeys? I guess they may be going inside for now, but anyway, I don't see the donkeys anymore. So I do want to take some time and grab me a glass of wine. If I could take you guys on the inside with me, I would, but I want to put my mask on when I get close to folks. So I was hoping they would come outside and ask me if I wanted to taste right here, but I don't think I get that option, so I'm gonna have to go in. Anyway, so I'm excited. This is 2021 and we are doing things new. Boss ladies, let's handle our business, right? All right, so you guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday. And I am going to get me a treat. I'll let you know what it is later. I'll share. And I look forward to us having a prosperous future together, doing boss lady things. Follow me at Dr. Teresa Bristol on Instagram. Subscribe to my YouTube channel by searching Dr. Teresa Bristol. Some great content there. If you want to see what my physical therapy business is doing, check out PT_works, the number 14. Have a great Sunday, y'all. Bye-bye.